Hi everybody, it's January 14th, 2026. One thing about life that I've noticed is that if you are in a vulnerable state, if you are out of your comfort zone and in a new kind of mental space, when things are presented to you with authenticity, with confidence, with a motive veiled behind an official face, it can influence you to take action and do what it wants you to do. It can make you steal, it can make you lie, it can make you give, it can make you forgive, it can make you give up. And so when whoever is presenting this official or face of normalcy to you in order to get you to do something or to get you to give up on something or in order to go outside of your character, the face that they put on could be very powerful in influencing you. And that's why I say that you need to follow God, because with God, his righteousness is never too much in the gray zone. It's always doing the right thing. And so when these people present you these ideas, or whoever it is or whatever it is presents these ideas that makes you go against what you want to do or what you would normally do, all you have to do is test it against righteousness. Test it against the Father's righteousness. And if it doesn't align, then you know it's not true. But it's often hard to come to your wits when you are facing something that seems so much bigger and has so much power behind it. It's so much power behind its words and behind its accolades or whatever you call our points of authority. So even if you do succumb to going outside of your will or acting outside of your normal character, that is a great time to learn in order to be more resistant to it in the future. It's a great time to learn how to forgive yourself, and it's great to understand. It helps you understand how to trust the Father, and that you should always trust the Father, and you should always try to follow his righteousness. So that gets me to thinking about creating the correct stories from organized events in your life. And organized events, I don't mean that it's necessarily like there's some conspiracy out to get you, but when things are designed to test you, you have control over the story. For example, let's say you are in a situation where you are helping somebody out, and they are asking you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. They're asking you to do something that is dishonest for them, and they are good people, but they are coming at you with this idea, with this act to act for them because you care for them. So what would you do? And it really doesn't matter what you do in a situation unless it's causing great harm, but you can learn from it either way. We always think that when we make a mistake there's no rebound, or that the situation is over and dead, but you could be victorious even in defeat. And by this I mean, if you do agree to do the dishonest thing for this person that you feel beholden to, you learn how to develop your character to withstand criticism. You understand why you did it. You have to understand why you do things sometimes. And you have to understand the responsibility that you place on yourself, and you have to honor that. So if you do something dishonest in the name for somebody else, you don't have to repeat that, but you start to look at the story of the organized situation that you were in. And that story, you could tailor it to your ongoing mission in life, your ongoing goals, your ongoing aspirations. So being defeated is never the end, no matter the situation. A second creation of story from an organized event could be why you are lonely and you are desperate to be with somebody else. You're so lonely. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a reconnection with family members. But you are so lonely that you're starting to lose a grasp on your morals. You're starting to consider partaking in acts that you wouldn't usually do just to get rid of loneliness, just to get out of loneliness. And it could be easy for someone to say that you should always do the right thing and withstand the temptation to lower your standards in order just to have friends and just to be acquainted with somebody because you're so lonely. That's easy for them to say. But you going through this story of loneliness that is taking up your attention, that is eating away at your soul, what do you do? How do you get the victory out of that? And because it could seem like people are very elusive. When you are alone, it's harder and harder as time goes by to connect with somebody else. And you don't necessarily want to go to organized meet and greets because it seems kind of forced and it seems kind of fake. And that's for people that aren't actually extroverted. When they have to force themselves to socialize, it seems fake and they can't stand being fake. So what do you do to dissuade yourself from lowering your standards of morality in order to be connected with somebody? In this situation, the victory can be, like I said before, building yourself up. If you are not connected with anybody, you more than likely have a lot of free time. In order to get the victory, you build yourself up, you build skills, you follow interests, you take care of yourself, you start to become everything that you can be on your own. And so once you start building yourself up and taking this situation into your control, you will begin to be the victor in that situation, to be victorious in that situation, and you would draw people to you. And so that organized outcome, that organized event, or that organized station in your life has become an avenue for improvement, an avenue for tightening up and growing by yourself. And so once you get out of that space of feeling lonely and that taking up all your attention, you start to realize that you now believe that you are worthy of being connected to somebody. And lastly, another organized event that you could change the story about is collecting dreams. When you are younger, it seems like the heights of your wishes, the heights of your ambitions are very lofty, and they could be impossible to attain. But when you are older, you have the autonomy to chase what you want. You have the autonomy to do and don't do what you want to do and don't want to do. So you can start achieving your dreams by just tackling one at a time, climbing up steadily, scheduling your time, learning things, being around people that have ideas or that say things that inspire you. So when you are younger, you have never really accomplished any of your dreams because you've always been sheltered. You've been sheltered, and you have been under the watch of a guardian. But as an adult, you could start to tack on pins to your chest by achieving small dreams at first and bigger dreams. And you start to make a habit out of achieving dreams. They don't have to be big all the time, but you start to make a habit of checklisting all the things you ever wanted to do and making them a reality. So you change the situation of being a novice or being unexperienced, and you change it into a victory by starting to attack each dream one by one until you look back and see how much you have accomplished. So I hope this helps. Thanks.